Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Always ready to jump in.
Great. So last time we talked all about resumation. This time, I thought we could zoom out a little bit and talk about resumes in general.
That sounds good. Yeah. I think a lot of people out there, they think their resumes are pretty good.
Yeah.
But they could be way better.
For sure.
Yeah.
And honestly, even if you think you've got a pretty good resume, there's probably still some room for improvement. It's such a tough job market out there.
Yeah, it is.
That you need every advantage you can get.
Right. And like one of the things I see over and over again is resumes that just kind of list responsibilities.
Yeah.
Instead of highlighting achievements.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think a lot of people fall into that trap.
They do. It's easy to do.
Yeah. So instead of saying, I managed a team of 5, you should be saying something like, I led a team of 5 to achieve a 20% increase in sales.
Yes, exactly. Give me those numbers. Show me the impact you made.
Right. Like results matter, not just what you did, but what you achieved.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people are like, they don't even realize they're doing that. They're so focused on just listing their duties that they forget to step back and think about the bigger picture. Like, what did I actually accomplish in this role?
Right. And, part of it is like, we get so caught up in the day-to-day grind.
Yeah, totally.
That it's hard to see the forest for the trees sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you need someone to be like, hey, step back for a minute. Look at what you did.
Right. And that's actually one of the things that I think Resumation does really well.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me more about that.
Their platform is designed to really guide you through that process, to help you think about those achievements.
Yeah. They have those what do they call them? Smart prompts.
Yeah. They're smart prompts.
Yeah. It's like having a personal coach pushing you to dig deeper and be like, wait, I did that.
Yeah, they're like, hey, remember that time you totally rocked it? And you're like, oh, yeah, I did.
It's like they pull it out of you.
Yeah.
And it's so important to articulate that, especially in a job market like this.
It is. You really got to make yourself stand out.
Yeah, because it's so competitive out there right now. I mean, everybody knows it. It's tough.
Yeah, you've got economic uncertainty. You've got all these layoffs. It's a scary time to be looking for a job.
And there's so much competition because so many companies went remote.
Right. So now you're competing with people all over the world.
Yeah, not just in your city anymore.
And that means your resume has got to be top notch.
It really does. So that's why I think, spending time on your resume, really investing in it is so important.
Yeah, and thinking about it less as a list of your jobs and more as a way to tell your story.
Yeah, that's such a good point. It's about crafting a narrative.
Exactly. Who are you?
Yeah.
What are you all about?
And how can you help them?
Exactly.
And, I think sometimes we forget that.
We do. We get so caught up in the details, like the dates and the job titles.
Right. We forget to connect it back to hey, what can I offer you?
And that's what hiring managers are looking for.
Right. They're trying to solve problems.
Exactly. They want to know how you can help them.
And your resume needs to show them that.
It does. It's like your first impression. You want to make it a good one.
Yeah, a really good one.
And then, of course, you have to tailor it to each job you apply for, right?
Oh, yeah. That's so important. So many people make the mistake of using the same generic resume for every job.
Oh, don't do that.
You're not going to stand out that way. It's like, you wouldn't wear the same outfit to a job interview and a wedding.
Oh, my gosh. Right.
You got to dress for the occasion.
Exactly. You got to tailor your resume to each specific job.
And Resumation makes that super easy. I mean, their platform allows you to create different versions of your resume.
It does. That's right.
Yeah.
So you can highlight the most relevant information for each job you apply for.
Yeah. It's so helpful.
And it's all about showing that you're taking it seriously.
Yeah, that you've put in the effort, that you're not just mass applying to every job out there.
Exactly. You're thoughtful, you're strategic, you're prepared.
Your catch.
You are. And that's the kind of impression you want to make.
Absolutely. So invest in your resume, folks. It's worth it.
It is. And don't be afraid to ask for help. There are resources out there like Resumation that can make the process so much easier and more effective.
Yeah, and I think we'll talk about some more of those resources later. But for now, let's take a quick break.
Sounds good.
And we'll be back in a minute to talk more about how to rock your next job interview.
All right, I can't wait.
Okay, so we've talked about resumes, but the resume is only going to get you so far, right?
Right. It's just the first hurdle.
Yeah, it's your ticket to the dance, but you still have to know how to dance.
Exactly. And the dance is the interview.
The interview. Everyone's favorite, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't think anyone actually enjoys job interviews. But they're a necessary evil, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. But I think a lot of people, They get so focused on the resume that they don't spend enough time preparing for the actual interview.
It's true, and then they get in there and they kind of freeze up.
Yeah, they don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Or they just ramble on and don't actually answer the question.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
It's painful to watch.
It is, and it's a missed opportunity because the interview is your chance to really shine, to show your personality, your passion, your communication skills.
Yeah, like it's your chance to bring your resume to life.
Exactly, and to connect with the interviewer on a human level.
Yeah, because they want to know if you're a good fit for the team, for the culture.
Right. It's not just about your skills, it's about you as a person.
And how can you help them solve their problems?
Exactly. Always got to tie it back to that.
Yeah, for sure. So, okay, how can someone prepare for an interview? I mean, beyond just, reading the job description a few times.
Yeah, you got to go deeper than that. So, first of all, know your resume inside and out. Be prepared to talk about every single line on that thing.
Like really know it.
Really know it. Not just what you did, but how you did it, why it mattered, what the outcome was.
Yeah, tell the story behind those bullet points.
Exactly. And that's where something like the STAR method can be super helpful.
Okay, the STAR method, yeah. Remind me what that is again.
Oh, it's great. So it stands for situation, task, action, and result.
Okay, I'm following you.
So instead of just saying, I increased sales by 10%, which is a good thing to say, by the way, you want to tell a little story.
Okay, paint the picture.
Yes.
Yes.
Paint that picture. So you describe the situation you were facing,
Okay.
the task you were given, the actions you took to address the challenge, and then, of course, the glorious results you achieved.
Yeah, give them that satisfying ending.
Yes, it makes your accomplishments come to life.
It's like a little mini-movie.
A mini-movie of your awesomeness, and it shows the interviewer how you think, how you approach problems.
Gives them a peek behind the curtain.
Behind the curtain, exactly. And that kind of storytelling makes you so much more memorable.
Yeah, it does. It's way more engaging than just rattling off a list of accomplishments.
Oh, way more. And it shows that you can communicate effectively, which is, let's be honest, a crucial skill in any job.
Oh, yeah. Communication is key.
Especially in today's world, with so much remote work, so much collaboration happening online.
Right. Like soft skills are more important than ever.
They are. And the STAR method really helps you showcase those skills.
Okay, good tip.
Yeah.
So we've got knowing your resume, using the STAR method. What else? What other interview prep tips do you have?
Oh, this is a big one. Research.
Research, okay.
Research the company, research the role, and if you can, research the person who's interviewing you.
Oh, yeah, good idea. LinkedIn stalking for the win.
I mean, not stalking, but definitely some strategic research. It shows that you're genuinely interested.
Right, that you've gone the extra mile.
That you're not just applying to every job under the sun.
Yeah, like you're being intentional.
Intentional, yes. And, it can also help you come up with some good questions to ask during the interview.
Oh, yeah. Questions are so important. I think a lot of people forget that.
They do. And it's such a great opportunity to show that you're curious, you're engaged, you're thinking critically.
Yeah, it's not just about them grilling you. It's about you getting to know them, too.
Exactly. It's a two-way street.
Right. And it shows that you're taking it seriously.
It does. And you can ask things like, I saw on your website that you're launching a new product. Can you tell me more about that? Or what are some of the biggest challenges facing your team right now?
Yeah, those are good. Way better than, so what's the company culture like?
Oh, please, no more of that.
Yeah, yawn.
You want to show that you've done your homework.
And that you're genuinely interested in that company, that role.
Exactly. And it also helps you gather information so you can decide if it's the right fit for you.
Right. It's a two-way street, like we said. You're evaluating them just as much as they're evaluating you.
Absolutely. And, this whole conversation about preparation and research, it all ties back to the emotional side of job hunting.
Oh, yeah, the emotional roller coaster.
It is. It's exciting. It's stressful. It can be really discouraging,
Yeah.
especially when you're facing rejection.
Oh, rejection is the worst.
It is tough. And it's easy to get down on yourself, to start doubting your abilities.
Yeah, like what am I doing wrong?
Am I good enough? It's brutal.
It is. So what do you do? Like, how do you deal with that emotional side of things?
Well, I think first and foremost, you have to be kind to yourself.
Oh, yeah. Self-compassion.
Self-compassion is key. It's a marathon, not a sprint, like we said. There are going to be bumps along the way.
Yeah. For sure.
And you have to have a support system, people you can talk to, people who will cheer you on, even when you're feeling down.
Oh, yeah, that's so important. Like having your cheerleaders.
Your cheerleaders, exactly. Whether it's friends, family, a career coach, even an online community, it helps to know you're not alone.
Yeah, because it can feel really isolating sometimes. Like you're the only one struggling.
Oh, you're not. Trust me, everyone goes through this.
And, sometimes those rejections, they can actually be valuable learning experiences.
That's a great point. Like, what can I learn from this?
Right. Like maybe there's something in my resume I need to tweak, or maybe I need to work on my interviewing skills, or maybe, it just wasn't the right fit.
Exactly. It's not always a reflection on you. Sometimes it's just circumstances.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just timing. Like maybe they already had someone in mind, or maybe they decided to go in a different direction with the role.
Yeah. So many factors. And that's another thing I think Resumation does well. It helps you track your progress.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Like their platform keeps all your application materials organized. You can see the status of each application. And you can even get feedback on your resume and cover letter.
That's so helpful. It's like having a personal assistant for your job search.
Right. And it helps you stay organized, focused, motivated.
Yeah, because it's so easy to get overwhelmed and discouraged during the job search. It's like a full-time job in itself.
It really is. And speaking of different jobs, I have to mention this, one of my favorite Resumation features, it's their career pathways analyzer.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about that.
It takes all the things it knows about you, your skills, your experience, your aspirations, and compares that to like real-time market trends. And then it suggests potential career paths you might not have even considered.
It's like having a career counselor in your pocket.
It really is. And it can be so helpful, especially for people who are feeling stuck in their current role or who are thinking about making a career change.
Yeah, because sometimes you just need a little nudge in the right direction, like a spark of inspiration.
Exactly. And that's what the Career Pathways Analyzer can provide.
Okay, I'm sold.
I mean, even if you're not actively looking for a job right now, it's worth checking out just to see what's out there.
Yeah, you might be surprised by what you discover.
You might be. So, yeah, I think the key takeaway here is don't be afraid to explore. Don't limit yourself.
Right. And remember that your career is a journey, not a destination. It's about constantly learning, growing, and evolving.
And most importantly, it's about finding work that aligns with your passions, your values, and allows you to make a meaningful contribution to the world.
Beautifully said.
It is so important to find something that you're passionate about. It makes such a difference.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like when you love what you do, it doesn't even feel like work.
Right. It's like you're getting paid to do what you love.
Exactly. But okay, let's be real. Money matters.
It does. We got to pay the bills.
We do.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are uncomfortable talking about money, especially when it comes to their careers.
Yeah, it's definitely a taboo topic.
But it shouldn't be.
No, it shouldn't. Like, we should be able to talk about money openly and honestly.
Right, because it's a part of life and it's definitely a part of work.
Especially when it comes to things like salary negotiation.
Oh, yeah, salary negotiation. That can be so stressful.
It can be, but it's so important to do it well.
It is, because you don't want to, sell yourself short.
Exactly. Know your worth and then ask for it.
Okay, so how do you do that? Like, how do you prepare for a salary negotiation?
Well, first of all, like I said before, research.
Okay.
Know the average salary range for your role in your location, for your level of experience. There are websites for that.
Yeah, like Glassdoor, salary.com.
Yep, those are great resources. And then, think about the whole package.
The package, okay.
Not just the salary, but also things like benefits, vacation time, all of that.
Right, the whole shebang.
Exactly. And be prepared to articulate your value proposition.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Like, why should they hire you? What makes you unique? What skills and experiences do you bring to the table?
Yeah, what are you bringing to the party?
Exactly. Be ready to talk about your accomplishments, your successes, all those things we talked about earlier about how to make your resume stand out.
So it's all connected.
It is. It's all part of telling your story, of presenting yourself as the best possible candidate.
Okay, so research, know your worth, articulate your value. Anything else?
Oh, and be confident.
Confidence, okay.
Project confidence. Even if you don't feel it, fake it till you make it.
Yeah, good advice. And, this whole conversation about negotiation and confidence, it ties back to, I think, self-care.
Oh, for sure.
Like, it's so important to take care of yourself, especially during the job search process.
Absolutely. It's a roller coaster of emotions.
It is. And it's so easy to get overwhelmed, discouraged, stressed out.
Yeah, you got to have those coping mechanisms in place.
So what are some of your favorite self-care tips for job seekers?
Well, first of all, make sure you're getting enough sleep.
Sleep. Okay. The foundation of everything.
It is. And eat healthy foods, exercise, get some fresh air.
Yeah, all the basics.
The basics, they're important.
Right.
And then, make sure you're taking time for things you enjoy.
Like hobbies, spending time with friends and family.
Exactly. Things that bring you joy.
Because you got to have those outlets, those things that help you de-stress and recharge.
Yeah, it's not all about the job search.
Right. It's about taking care of yourself as a whole person.
And when you feel good, you radiate confidence. And that confidence is going to come through in your interviews, in your networking, in your whole job search process.
It makes a difference. People can tell when you're feeling good about yourself.
They can. And you're more likely to attract the right opportunities when you're feeling confident and positive.
Okay, so take care of yourself, research, practice those interview skills. What else? Any other parting words of wisdom for our listeners?
I think just remember that you're not alone in this.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Like, everyone goes through the job search struggle at some point in their lives.
And there are resources out there to help you. Like we talked about Resumation, there are career coaches, online communities, so many people who want to help you succeed.
Yeah, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Don't be. And most importantly, don't give up on yourself.
Yeah, never give up. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep chasing those dreams.
Beautifully said. It's been a pleasure chatting with you today.
It's been great talking to you, too. And thanks, everyone, for listening to The Deep Dive.